Hey everyone, welcome back to Russian Fishing 4 with Charlie 6 Gaming. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing well. We're at the Norwegian Sea today. We are heading for this little 30-meter hole area. It's a pretty small little area right here. It's not super small, but we're just about there. We're just going to start off here at the 30-meter hole with the foam rubber setup. I'm going to eat my lucky cheese. And again, this is just random stuff here. Foam rubbers. I tried to match the beads for the most part with the colors. Looks like we got a happy hour ready to go, so that's fine. So this is a less popular hole. Most people like the 34, the 41, obviously the 80, the 55, 75, the 120. A lot of people have been giving it, doing some deeper fishing there. We just came off of nighttime here. This is a smaller setup. We have caught 17 kg cod on this setup, but that's not ideal. First fish is a pollock, which is decent XP, decent silver. Not huge, but it's over a kg, so not a bad fish. Not super small, but again, not what we're looking for. Kind of considered a garbage fish. I don't know about kind of, probably is considered a garbage fish. I do have a blue tag, which was nice. A super rare, however you want to look at it. So I'm very proud of that fact. And that's a good example. You just don't know what you're going to catch. Sometimes IRL or in game. That's what fishing is so appealing. There's so many different possibilities under the water that you can't see. The mystery. You just don't know till that fish is in your hands. This one's trying to resist here a little bit. I was just trying to crank him in, then all of a sudden he's trying to fight a little bit here. I can see you down there, dude. I almost had him in, then at 5 meters he decided to fight, which is fine. Again, not a bad fish. Not as valuable as the pollock, I don't think, but decent size. Seem to be catching everything here off the bottom. Nothing's really hit on the drop here. So I haven't seen any salaries, sardines, any of that kind of stuff yet. Mackerels or anything. Good thing is it's still only 5:30 something a.m. here in game. This one acted like it had some weight to it up first. And then it just started coming in. All right, 30,000 XP. I'll take them. I think a trophy's 12.7 or 12.5 or something. I'm not sure. A couple videos ago, we did catch 1.99. And I was just hoping that 10 was not a trophy. If 10 is a trophy, comment below. Well, maybe if 10 is a trophy, do not comment below. Running under the boat will not save your life, my friend. Come on to the light. Safe. Again, not what we're looking for, but sometimes if you get a cafe order for 105 silver or whatever for 3 of those, like 3 kg, that's nice. But I really don't need fillets right now. So, working on the silver. When I came to the sea, I was less than 7 grand. I had one episode. If you haven't seen it, go back and check them out. They're in the playlist for you by date. So I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but we had a 1100 silver day. So recently, that's always nice. I've always got my next 5-hour boat ticket ready to go, plus over an hour on this one, which I try to keep the videos hour and a half or so, sometimes longer, but just depends on the fishing and my availability there. Long head dab, about as handsome as I am. If you look like that and a woman loves you, you should keep her, my friends. Because she's a good one. If you noticed, if you go back and look at the video, when we were reeling him in, the tension bar was kind of bouncing. And sometimes that's a giveaway for them. We are at 16.2 XP out of 19 million to hit that 40, level 40. This one seems like it's got a little bit of size to it. We'll go ahead and go to 29. And I'll try not to tap the shift key. I like to just hold shift and just crank them in. Small cod, which is a little scary. We're trying to avoid a big one of those. Unless we catch one right at 11 p.m. and then we just fight it all night. That's not bad. But don't want to waste my happy hour. That was 23,000 XP, so we'll take it. $23,000 XP and not a lot of fight. That's not a bad thing. I like to keep my friction brake down a little bit more before I get the strike there. Little haddock. Again, as you can see, we're not really hitting anything on the drop here. It all seems to be at the bottom at the 30-meter spot, which is fine. It's still not that deep. Perking seems to be doing the best. Something very small here. Hopefully it's an eel pout. That's a little haddock. Could be worse. Let's get one more, maybe try a different setup here. Just for shites and giggles. Got 9 in the keep net. maybe we'll just go to an even 12. You know, 2 rows. Oop. Now that's the first fish we caught on the way down. Kind of curious to see what it is here. Okay, nice little herring, 46,000 XP. As Matthew McConaughey would say, all right, all right, all right. All right, we might be out of the spot here. That's below 30. let's see what we got here. Okay. European hake. Something a little different, which makes sense since we're a little deeper there. Oh, we had a little bite there on the way down, and I did not react fast enough, or didn't take it. I saw it. I saw it flash. All right, something small here. See the head shakes? Did you see that? Did you see how the bouncy on the tension bar there? I want to go with long head dab. That's my guess. And I would have been wrong. Non-marker redfish. Let's go ahead and get back in the zone here. If you believe what that thing's telling you, there's a lot of them stacked up at the bottom of this 30 meter. Another sculpin. I'm not sure what we got on this thing. Let's throw this out. We'll take a look at it here in a second. See if we can. We got 12 fish. Let's try it out here. So just a random setup here. Large fillet and some squids, looks like. Alright, we may want to switch this up. Let's go a little smaller setup, but a little bigger than the other one. A little smaller for the row. Let's do some shrimps. All right. On the way down here, a little non-marker celery. what we're looking for. Alright, this one's a little bigger, it seems like, than what we've been catching so far. Nice pollock there. Alright. Alright, something small. Hopefully it's a salary. Hopefully it's a marker. There we go. I guess you get what you ask for. Sometimes you don't always get what you want, but if you cry sometimes you might get what you need. I don't think that's the way it goes. Non-marker herring, still 5,600 XP. Craziness. Just shift reeling, bringing them straight in. All right, that's exactly what we want, that marine fishing skill. Bring it on, baby. Always nice too when you're catching them at the 10 meters down. That pollock was still a marker, but it was young. He might be young, but he's going into the fish soup today. Sorry. Okay. It's the first fish that caused a little bit of stutter step here. I'm just going to reel, not shift reel. Try to see what it is. Seems to be coming in. Air's pushing back a little bit. You can tell by how fast your guy's reeling how much resistance you're getting. Another marine skill point. Fantastic. Very small. Another marine fishing skill point. Are you kidding me right now? Hell yes. That is friggin' awesome. Another sardini. We're getting a little bit out of the zone here. All right. A little farther to reel this dude in, but I'm just holding shift, bringing him straight in, so hopefully he doesn't get off. A little bigger of a handsome fella. Let's shoot up here to this hole up here for the second half of our happy hour. Might need to turn a little bit, huh? So I think this is like 55. It might be 75. I don't know. I guess we'll see when we get there. It's an undocumented illegal hole. There's no number on it. So I have done well there in the past. Let's check it out. Alright, seems to be quite a few fish here, if you can believe our sonar. We'll just go ahead and stay with this larger setup. Check it out. First of all, I guess we'll figure out how deep it is. We may catch stuff with the shrimp. She may catch stuff on the drop as well. Which we did. Doesn't look to be very big. Disappointed. Blue whiting, so again a different species, which is fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 types of fish. That's always keeps it exciting. Our buddy Pollock is back, 19,000 XP. Still on the way down. All right, 55. Let's drink a delicious tea there. Oh. Almost missed a fish because I was checking to make sure we were still in the spot. And we are, and we do, and we have. Okay. All right. As long as that makes sense to everybody. Yee. Another species, but not what we're looking for. On the way down, why don't you eat me on the way down? Okay. Let's got something here that's trying to be a little bit larger. There you go. Might be a cusk. Sometimes they fight like a truck. You get them in there 3 kg. Because now it's just coming in. Then if it's a cusk, it'll probably stop again here in a little bit. And then fight like hell. Still coming in, so maybe not a cusk. Maybe a saith, maybe a larger saith, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, looks like it's a cusk. 7,000 XP, not horrible. Okay, we're out. We're out of the mackerel fillets there. We're out of the little fillets. Let's do. Let's just do some larger ones since we're at this 55. If that's what stuff wants to eat, let's not disappoint. Yee. Getting smaller. Coming up on the nighttime here. Looks like it's a little deeper where we're at now at the moment. All right, this doesn't seem too impressive, so depending on what this is, we'll move back over into the spot there. Yeah, that's definitely not what we're looking for. So let's turn around here. Let's try the other setup here a few times. This may get us something too big, something we don't want with this setup, but so I was waiting for it to let up off the rod. If you've seen, the rod was pulling straight down and then it kind of slacked up a little bit. Now it's pulling hard again. See that rod going down and that tension meter going out wider. The fish is really pulling down right now. You can see as I crank it, it's now it released a little bit. Now I'm reeling again. Just a cusk. But all right. Maybe we need another lucky piece of cheese. Come on, come on, come on. Come to the light. See that? See that line head bouncing? Let's call it a dab. Let's call it a dab. Look at that tension bar going crazy. We're calling it a long head dab. And I was wrong. It's a little sculpin. With them head shakes, I thought it was the dabs. So for me, as long as I'm getting a excuse me, movement in the bottom layer message, or a perking, or if I'm perking and getting that message, I feel like either one's a good chance for my bite rate to be a little higher, because you're doing some sort of technique basically. Fish got away. Let's go ahead and hit enter and drop it down there, back in the hole. I was trying to crank it a little bit. That's okay. Sure it was a blue tag, something. Got to be able to talk a little crap when you lose fish. That's what fishermen do. We tell fish tales. So just tell your friends how I lost a blue tag, please. I'm sure you guys feel the same way. Do your rod in a circular pattern, that will help. I just made that up, so I'm not... I just like in real life, I just try to try to let just same as I do in real life. I don't really know if it's a game mechanic or not, but I like the pole to take most of the work on the fish. Another little cusk. Let's switch back to the other setup. For catching cusk anyway, it's no big deal. We can just catch them on the other setup, be a little easier. Coming up on an hour here, guys. We will fish a little bit into the morning. I'm probably not going to renew my boat rental. I'll probably go ahead and go back and sell our fish. See how it goes. It's getting time for some breakfast for me. just missed the happy hour by 3 seconds. Ridiculous. Seven hours in game. Not sure how much that actually is. Try some perking here at the 35 meters. Still may be considered nighttime. Let's go ahead and drop it on down. Ideally, I think you get better quality fish on the drop, depending on what setup you're using. But probably depends on who you talk to. $10,000 XP without the happy hour. That's nice. All right, 34,000 XP. That one should be decent silver as well. Guys, if you're not sure too, you can check to see what. So if we look at this fish, we caught him on the natural shrimp 7502, 7504. So we've caught him on two different shrimps. 7502 and 7504. So 04 and 02. This is a different, this is a different, it's on a larger hook size. It's a larger size, 7 grams, 16 gram. This one's not really producing. So we can change that one out as well if we're not catching anything on that. Just try to increase our bite rate. So what I'm looking for here is my rod and my tension bar. So my rod starts going towards the water, my tension bar starts going out like that. I want to just let off the reeling for a minute. I can tap it. As you can see, the tension bar is still going down. Now I can really make some progress on the fish, because the fish is either not pulling as hard or coming this way. You can see, and you can use the ocean horizon as a guideline. See how it's below it? Just wait. Let that fish fight a little bit. See, he's pulling. He's fighting. He's trying to go deeper. You can tap it a couple times. You see, now he let up. Now we can make some progress on the reel. Come on in, buddy. Come to the light. Come to the light. Come be with your friends. We're all up here drinking pina coladas and sitting in the sun. Or we've got fresh spring water. Whatever makes you happy. Fresh salt water. I'm not sure. So you may be tired at this point. We're making pretty straightforward progress. Trying to get a look at him there. A turbo. Another handsome guy. 22,000 XP. The flatfish seem to fight pretty hard. Really out of the zone a little bit. Probably could have threw off the other side of the boat, but that's okay. What's our boat ticket at? 4 hours in game. This is my third trip out on this 5-hour 400 silver ticket. And I paid for the ticket on the first trip. I think the first trip, like I said, I can't remember. Might have been 1,100 silver. I had a really good couple hours. Right under 2 hours, 1,100 silver, but I can't remember when that was. Let's have a refreshing tea. Something small here, unfortunately. Probably a non-marker. Maybe a very small marker. So I'm holding shift and I'm just cranking it straight in, basically. Yeah, a little tiny sculpin. Not what we're looking for. Guys, don't forget to check out some of the other videos on the channel. I've got 900 videos on there from way back, depending on what you like. I recently restarted a Hard Space Shipbreaker 2 playthrough. I also have one on there with no commentary if you get tired of hearing my lip. Also, if you do want to watch some Fishing Planet videos, I usually don't do commentary on those. I usually just put music in with a shorter video, 15, 18 minutes, almost like a highlight recap of just fish. So, again, something a little different. All right, getting into some mackerels now. I probably could turn a few into bait, because I did not use did not have a bunch of fillets. These little small ones are really not worth a lot of silver. I would kind of rather do that during a happy hour so I can try to get that bait harvesting skill up. But one thing about this video, if you go back and watch the whole thing, or if you've been here the whole time, we've got marine skill points 3 different times, and that's pretty amazing. If you could do that every hour, hour and a half for your happy hour, you definitely make some progress. If you can't do happy hour, that's fine. Everybody can't afford it. You don't have to do it, but it does make it easier to level up those skill points. You have a higher chance of getting that. But again, if you play the game, you will get it. It's just it's a process. We did 100% spin fishing recently, so that was pretty exciting. It took quite a bit. When you get down to the last couple percent, it does take a long time. Don't get discouraged. Just keep doing whatever it is you're trying to level up, and eventually you'll get it. Now we're back on float fishing is one of the things we've got left, and marine skill, obviously. So right now I'm going the silver grind, so marine skill it is. And then we'll maybe take a break here and there and do some float. Float fishing in this game can be a little frustrating. A lot of people don't like it. I don't dislike it. I get a little frustrating sometimes when I can't just lift the fish on a tele rod right to me. Sometimes you got to run backwards on the bank. I just don't like that. I don't know if that's because the rods I get are too long. I don't know if I need to get shorter rods or what. Maybe a short leader. I'm not sure, but that's I get frustrated with that. Especially if you're fishing like off the dock at Lower Tunguska, you just can't bring the fish to you. That's so frustrating. So I tend to avoid it. Those spots, but those are actually good productive spots. Yo ho, yo ho, thieves and beggars. All right, let's go. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Remember, circular motion. You know, circular motion. It helps. It gives you going to get better quality fish and bigger fish. Just kidding. Yo ho, thieves and beggars. Guys, if you have any suggestions of games to play, leave it in my comments. I have a pretty large library. Also, I don't mind if I feel like I'm getting a lot of interest in a certain game. If I don't have it, I'll buy it. I'm okay with that. I enjoy most things, so. Fishing is one of those things I do in IRL, so I like to do it I like to play it on video games when I can as well. Even though I prefer IRL. I am working on getting a couple GoPros set up so I can try to get some footage for you guys. It's been a process. I'm just not very... I'm not very technologically advanced. So it's a work in progress. what I don't want to do is hook something big and have to burn into my next ticket, but I will if I need to. If it's giving me that much of a fight. Alright, we're getting the boat rental message here. And we've got a fish. So let's try to power this one in. Sculpin. So we're going to go down to about 20 meters here, and we're just going to perk. We're not even going to go that far because we're going to catch a fish immediately. Unfortunately, it was a non-marker, but 40 minutes in game. We're getting the countdown now. As soon as I see that 20, I'm going to do that click. I'm going to perk right here for a minute, see if we can catch a last minute fish here. Go ahead and release it. Go down to about 30 and try it again. I think we're running out of time here. Now we're getting the red warnings. All right, let's see how we did, guys. Fingers crossed. All right, 70. We got one. We need 6. 166. Let's check that against what it's worth. $72. So definitely worth doing. So 166 and 70 is about 236. Price 236, and this is about 800. This turbo being the most expensive, and this little tiny heron being pretty expensive as well. And it's so a lot of low dollar fish. Even these larger sculpins were over 10 silver. I'll take that. This one here we could turn into some fish pieces. As this one as well. So let's sell these. Let's go ahead and crank these dudes into fillet of mackerel. I don't think he's eligible for that, so let's do the small strips. So it gave us 2 strips. Go back to fillet of saith, large fillet knife, and 2 fillets. All right, guys, I do appreciate you hanging out with me today. Don't forget to make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and click your notification bell. You'll see when I release the next video. Again, until next time, have fun gaming. I'm out of here. Wait, am I out of here? Or am I not out of here? Am I out of here? Yeah, guys, I'm out of here.